This video, let me show you how to deploy the Gradio project on the railway platform. Here you can see I have a Gradio project, right? First, let me show you what this Gradio project is about. Then I will show you how to deploy the same Gradio project on the railway platform. So you can see this is just a sample Gradio project of text to speech. So let me start the Gradio server now. So to start the Gradio server, just type Python and the name of the Python file main.py. Consider now the Gradio server has been started. So let me click on this URL here. You can see it is running on the local host. So let me click on this. You consider as I said, this is just a sample text to speech. Let me enter some text here. Hi, this is Python tutorial and the language is English. Just click on generate and play. So let me click on play now.
Hi, this is Python tutorial.
Similarly, you can also enter another language text as well. Let me enter some Tamil text here and let me change the language to Tamil. There are lots of language available here. Let me click on generate and play.
எப்படி இருக்கிறீர்கள்?
You can say this is just a sample text to speech app that I have developed using the Gradio. So we're gonna see how to deploy this to the railway platform. So before we proceed here, you need to have a requirement.txt file. So here you can see I have a requirement.txt file here. And inside this, you need to put all the dependencies that you have used in your main.py file. Consider I have used all this and I have make sure I have put all that in the requirement.txt file. Then we need to create the proc file. So make sure you create that proc file. So this file don't have any extension. So make sure you create this file without any extension and inside this file you need to type verb colon then type Python then name of the Python file. In this case main.py is our Python file name. So type the main.py. So that's it. Consider this our Python file, right? And we have typed that in the proc file. Then we need to create another file called the next packs. So if you have any dependencies, so let me create a file. If you have any dependencies in your requirement.txt, you consider PyDep is depend on another package. So that package is called the ffmpeg. Let me show you what that package means. You consider PyDep library is different on this. So we have to download this. So if that is the case, then we can create another file for this to automatically download this on the airwave platform. To do that, we need to create a file called nixpacks.toml. So this is the file name. So don't worry, I will put all the file command in the description. You can check that out. So inside this file, just type square brackets and inside that faces dot setup. And one more thing I want to mention is that since railway platform will provide the Linux environment, right, we can use the apt install commands to install all the Linux packages. Since ffmpeg is also available in the Linux, we can use this as an advantage to install the ffmpeg on the railway. So to install this, so similarly, you can also install any dependencies that you have in your Python project. So to install this one, just add apt package. Since this is a apt package, right? So apt package equal to, and inside the parenthesis type ffmpeg. So this will automatically download the ffmpeg when you build the Gradio project. Now we have done with this, right? Then what we need to do is we need to change something in the main.py file when we start the Gradio dot server. So let me scroll on. You can see that here we are starting this video project with the default port and the default server name. So we have to start this with an railway port number. Actually, when we start the this project on the railway, that railway will provide an environment variable called the port number. So we have to assign this port number when we deploy this. So to get the environment variable port number, so we can use the OS library. So make sure you import the OS library. Then port number equal to the railway platform will provide an environment variable called the port. So we have to use that. Inside the integer, we have to convert that environment variable into an integer. That's why int. So OS dot environment dot get. And inside this just call the get. And inside this just call the port. So we have to get that environment variable called the port. Or if that port number is not available, then we will assign a port number called the 7680. So then we need to pass something in the, and then we need to change the demo.launch because we need to pass the server port required. So server port equal to, this will be our port that is coming from the railway platform. Then server name equal to, here you need to type this server name as the following. So 0.0.0.0. So this is our server name and that's it. Now we have configured everything. So this is it. We have created the requirement.txt file, we have created the prop file, we have created the next packs. Then you need to push this to the GitHub. So let me push this source code to the GitHub. Actually, I have pushed some GitHub here, but I have made some changes, right? I pushed that one. So let me copy the source code now. So to push that one, first let me init now. So git init, then let me add all the files now. Git add dot, then let me commit now. So git commit, I'm gonna leave a message for the update and press enter. You consider all the files has been committed. Then I'm gonna add this URL now, GitHub URL. So git remote add origin. You consider have copied the repo URL and have pasted here and press enter. Actually, I have misspelled the remote word. So let me change the spelling of remote and press enter. Now if you use the git remote -v, consider both for the git first as well as git push. It is using the URL that we pass. Now let me clear the screen. Let me push the code now. So git push origin -u main. Actually, the main is not available. Let me change the branch to master. You consider now the source code has been successfully pushed to the GitHub. If we go to the GitHub, let me click on refresh now. And let me change this to master now. So you consider on the master branch all our files has been successfully pushed here. So make sure this you have this nixpacks.toml. If you have any other dependencies, make sure you add this here. This will install automatically using the apk install command. And we have the requirement.txt file, and this is our radio server main.py file. And let's go to the railway platform now to deploy this Gradio project. So let me open up a new tab and just go to this railway platform. So railway.com. Actually, I have already logged in using my GitHub credentials. So if you go for the first time, so you have to create the account. So let me log out to show you how to create the account. You consider this is the website when you go for the first time. Here you have to click on sign in and click on continue with GitHub. So it will automatically create the account for you. Consider after you create the account, it will look like this. This is the dashboard. Here click on new now. And here you have to select the new project. And for this, select GitHub repository and click on configure GitHub app. And click on that. Here we have to select the repo that we have created on the GitHub platform. If you click on configure GitHub repo, here for the repository access, just click on only select the repositories. You consider here we have the repo that we have created on the GitHub. So click on select now, select the repo and click on save. Consider now we have given the access for that repo. Now this will come in the railway platform. If you click on refresh, so let me click on refresh now. You consider here we have the repo. Let me click on the repo that we have given access to. You consider now it starts successfully building. It will take some time. You don't have to do anything. You just have to wait. And if you go to deployments now, you consider it starts building, right? The deployment in progress. Let me click on that. You consider initialization. And if you go to build logs, you can see that it has successfully built the all the required packages. You consider it is installing the apt package called the ffmpeg. That is why we have created a package called the nickpacks.toml. You consider this is the reason it is using that nickpacks.toml file to install this ffmpeg. Then and it's installing the all the Python packages here. That is all the dependencies that we have in the requirement.txt file. And it will take some time to build this. So you consider it has successfully installed all the dependencies that we need for this project. You consider now the credentials has been sharing for this URL. This is our URL now. So using this URL, we can access the Gradio project. Now the build has been successfully built. It took almost 82 seconds. You consider now it is completed. So let me click on that URL now. Click on this URL here to go to the Gradio project. Consider now the Gradio project has been successfully deployed to the railway platform. You consider we have a URL and let me enter some text here. Hi, this is a Python tutorial and let me click on generate and play.
Hi, this is Python tutorial.
Now it is successfully working. And when you log in for the first time, you won't see this URL directly. You have to generate it. If you click on settings, here you have something called the generate a custom token or generate domain. So make sure you search for it and click on that, because when you log in for the first time, the URL won't be visible for you. You have to manually generate it under the settings. So make sure you search under the network grabbing as well as the domain tab. So make sure you generate the URL when you log in for the first time, or if you want to enter the custom domain, you can also do that as well. And so if you want to add the custom domain, just enter your domain name here. Then you can easily connect your domain name use when you configure the all the DNS records there. So yeah, this is our URL now. So this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one. Actually, there's also just the Tamil text here. So let me enter some Tamil text, and language is Tamil. And for the output bitrate, let me select the full one and click on play now.
எப்படி
So this is for
இருக்கிறீர்கள்?
this video, and I will continue in the next one. Also, I will provide the link in the description. If you want to check this out, you can also check that one.